Hello creatives, welcome back to day 6, I believe, of our Listen and Share series for the month of July. My name is Jazelle and I hope that you're doing well. If you have not had a chance to go back and look at some of the previous videos, daily videos that have been going up, be sure to go back and to see those messages, listen to them, see how they apply to your life, and then apply them. Essentially, that's the whole point, to listen, to learn, but then also to apply. Today's message started off very early this morning. I am walking and I am wearing flip-flops. So if you hear flip-flops in the background, that is why. And I'm gonna try to keep this somewhat stable. We'll see what happens. But today's message came in the form of, actually it was a message to me and an encouragement for me. And as I was sitting, I felt like extending this to you as well. So today is all about knowing yourself. Know thyself. Those two infamous words, right? Know thyself. And in a world where there is so many people, so many things, so much of the past, so much unknown of the future or fear of the future, that can cause us to shy away from this idea of knowing yourself. Because in being able to do that, there's a level of individuality that you have to own. Studying different cultures, which I've had the privilege of doing to a limited capacity, depending on, my main focus of study. But I've learned how some cultures have a very individualistic mindset, where other cultures are more inclusive. It's whatever is the good of the whole, then that is the good of me. Whereas others are, whatever is the good of me is the good of me, and y'all got to deal with it. And so, to some extent, there's good for both of them, and you can go to an extreme for both of them, and it could become unhealthy for you as an individual. Even if it benefits someone else, if it continues to tear you down as a person, as an individual, then what you bring to the whole will eventually dissolve, because parts of you will dissolve, and then you will dissolve. Do you know what I mean? So not talking about the extreme of knowing thyself, because there is a level from my culture where taking care of the whole is important, and I value that greatly. This idea of knowing yourself comes from knowing what is best for you, knowing what is the best path for you, or at least being able to be guided to what the best path for you is. Something like a simple example would be, I won't say diet, but certain foods. If there are certain foods that your entire family eats, but one of the main ingredients in there, whether it's grain or whether it's dairy, let's say it's dairy, greatly impacts your system in a negative way, where you are either cramped up, you are stuffed up, your body is not processing the foods very well, and so you're in pain and you're in discomfort. It's affecting you, having other outbreaks with your body. Then for you individually, that dairy is not good for you, and it's so important for you to understand yourself individually in that instance. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about go off and be like, screw the world, it's all about me. That's not where I'm going. That's an extreme. But I'm saying this idea of knowing what is best for you. There's this passage in the Bible. Again, I'm very familiar with that because that's a part of my background. I listen and read a lot of different scripts and a lot of different words, but I've always loved this scripture in the Bible where it says, raise up a child in the way that they should go. It continues on, but that part right there, raise up a child in the way that they should go. It means what is best for them. Help them, this is my interpretation, help them to grow in a way that is best for them. Help them to grow that will inspire and will help the seeds planted inside of them to grow, to flourish, so that they can do what they were meant to do. So I've taken that quite seriously and literally for my children, but I also use that as a parenting tool or reparenting tool for myself. What is the way that I should go? Or what is the way that is best for me? and training up myself, allowing myself those opportunities, feeding myself those things, putting myself in those type of environments that are best for me, the way that I am, my bent. And this all stemmed from a video, a question that I had, and I went to the videos to see what it would be. And so it stemmed from this question of my human design. And if you're not familiar with that, I'm a big fan of that. I actually did it for my whole family. But it just kind of gives you an idea based off of the day you were born, the year you were born, the location you were born. It has a little bit of astrology in there. But I also am interested in numerology as well. And so based off of that, I am one certain type. Oh my gosh. Walking in nature, y'all. Walking in nature. However, there's a part of me that has felt for a very long time that I feel very similar to this type. And what that type is, and I'm not going to go into the specific types because that's not what the video is about, but it is this idea of being a creative. And you may also resonate with this. I have so many different ideas, and I have like working on 2 books at a time. I have 10 different courses that are ready to go. I have a dance that I'm ready to like choreograph because I hear the song and all these ideas start flowing through me. And for so long, I've been told, only do one thing at a time. And I felt very discouraged by that, thinking that something was wrong with me. I felt very limited by that. Now, it does not mean do all 10 things at one time. That does not help. But listening to this explanation about the specific type that I was looking into, I was encouraged where she said, know what is best for you. Other people may only be able to do things in a linear path or a linear way. And for you, it may not be 10 things at one time. Maybe it's 1 thing at a time. Maybe it's 2 or 3 things at a time, and they feed off of each other. I find for myself that sometimes when I'm working on one project as a creative, then I'll kind of like get to this point where I need to pause and like process a little bit more. I feel stuck. But then another idea comes and I go and I work on that idea. And by working on that idea, it loosens something up. Maybe I'm focusing too heavily on it, and it loosens up things for the previous project that I'm working on. And it just kind of flows back and forth. So having 2 or 3 things, or irons in the fire, so to speak, works really well for me. But for so long I thought like, oh my gosh, something is wrong. I can't focus. Something is wrong with me. But I love the encouragement that I've come to of understanding it's just the way that I process things, and that's okay. And so the beauty about knowing yourself, knowing thyself, is you can let go of the shame, you can let go of the guilt, you can let go of the comparison, you can let go of the worry. And by doing all of that, you're freeing yourself up to not only have more freedom to be yourself, but you also are freeing up those energetic pathways to do more, to have more fun, to play more, to produce more, to actually complete goals because you're not worried about trying to fit into a specific mold. Know thyself and know that the way that you are is okay. And if it is not, know that that's going to come to you, and then you will have the ability to change it in the way that is best for you. Know thyself, right? Going back to our earlier example, everyone around you could be eating dairy, but if for whatever reason dairy like attacks your stomach and your gastrointestinal system, then dairy is not for you, baby. And that's okay. There's things like cashew milk and almond milk, sunflower seed butter. Like there's so many other things that you can have as options, but you will never know that, and you will never find that path for yourself. So a little bit of scrambling, but I hope that you get the overall message today. And that is, it is so important for us to know ourselves, to know that we are an individual within a larger group. And that's such a beautiful thing. Just like if you're in a relationship, it is not 2 becoming 1 to just be 1. It is 2 who are choosing to become 1 while still being 2. Meaning this thing you guys are bringing together, whether you're in a community, this thing, all these different individuals are coming together. You're still individual. That means it's still important for you to know what works best for you and to bring that beautiful light to the whole so that everyone would be nourished and encouraged and blessed by it. So, message for today, know thyself. And know that it is absolutely amazing and such a gift to the world, to yourself and to everyone else you choose to share it with. If you like this message, comment below. Share something with me and with our community that's specific for you. And until tomorrow, peace. Bye.